Come on, damn TV. There we go. All right. What a lovely way to start a stream, right? But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap, series preview live stream. I've been doing these streams all freaking year. And it just seems like the season's never going to end. No, we are closing in on September, which means we are rapidly closing in on the end of the regular season, which means we're closing in on the end of Guardians baseball, most likely, unless this team goes on some magical run and they somehow, some way squeak into the playoffs, only to then get their asses kicked by whoever they face. And unfortunately, the only way we're getting in the playoffs is via the division. Speaking of the division, we face the Twins coming up. Yay! But before I get into the recap of the Jays series, got some breaking news to talk about. As Robert Murray broke the news right before I was going to go live. Like, I was making this stream. I checked Twitter. And, yeah. That's tough. So if you can't read it or whatever, for some reason, maybe you're not watching, maybe you're listening on the radio or in your car or whatever, you don't have the opportunity to look at the screen. Robert Murray tweeted right as I was making this stream. And I quote, right-hander Noah Syndergaard has been designated for assignment by the Cleveland Guardians. So, Thor is no more. Oh. And if you watch the game today, yeah, it's not like he really went out in a blaze of glory. I'll talk about that game in a minute. But we got to get through the first two games first. So, with that being said, as always, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, become a member for exclusive perks and all that other wonderful stuff. And let's get into this series against Toronto. Of course, the last time we played the Blue Jays, we split at home. We won 2, they won 2. So, yeah, whoever won this series wins the season series and gets bragging rights for the next couple months. Now, of course, the Guardians' offense has been kind of up and down this year. Well, they go to Toronto, and it's good to see they didn't really forget their bats back in the States. Because first game of the series, as soon as MLB.com will graciously load up everything, it's been trolling me big time lately. Okay, yeah, it's trolling me big time right now. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Go to the team page, and then pull it up from there. By the way, Rangers and Twins still going. I thought that game was over by now. No, they're like in the 13th inning. Twins just love playing extra inning games. Okay, while that loads up, I gotta take my Z drive out of my computer because this is gonna keep freaking bugging the crap out of me. Okay. All right, guys. As you see by the shirt, wake up. The offense definitely woke up in this series. I will say that. Of course, entering this series, they were coming off a pretty bad series against the Dodgers, where they didn't get swept, but they could have easily been swept. That's for sure. First game of the series in Toronto at the newly somewhat renovated Rogers Center. Really nice place they got there. I like the renovations they did to it. You know, really looks nice. So, anyways, on the mound for the Guardians, we had Tanner Bybee, of course, and they had Chris Bassitt. Now, I believe I was streaming a game during this time, and I was doing something because I remember saying Bassitt was kicking our ass. And no sooner did I say that, after I said that, Bo Naylor hit a homer. Gotta love it, right? But anyways, to get the scoring started, bottom of the second, George Springer did what he always does, hits homers. Yep. Tanner Bybee threw a bad pitch to him. And if you watch Tanner's reaction, yeah, he knew it. It was like, because it was on the outer edge. And this dude Springer went out to get it, and he hit it to right center. So he went kind of oppo taco on Mr. Bybee. Now, right after that, top of the third, Bo Naylor homered, which is pretty awesome considering, in case you didn't know, Bo's Canadian. So how about that, huh? Yeah. That's his second home run. Yeah, that's his second home run against a team, not Kansas City. In fact, here's the fun fact for everybody. All 5 of his homers have come against teams wearing blue. Think about it. He has 3 against the Royals, 1 against the Rangers, and of course 1 against the Blue Jays. In Canada, in front of friends and family. I'm pretty sure he had friends and family there. That's pretty cool. Now that's cool. Carlito, yeah. WWE, yeah. Yeah. And then for any 90s kids, Jimmy Neutron, yeah. Now you gotta admit, that's pretty neat. That is. I mean, imagine homering in your home country in front of your friends and family. God, my mouth is pulling a Jordan Wilkins out here. I'm fumbling my words. Speak clearly into the microphone, crazy dog. It's the beautiful thing about live streams, If I start boofing around, I can't just end it. I swear I could do a whole hour-long video of just me messing up doing videos. Honestly, if I hit 4K subs, I'm gonna do that. From the moment I hit 4,000 subs, for a month or so straight, I'm just gonna keep every single botch that I do, and I'm gonna put the best botches in a video. That thing gonna be an hour long. Because for those who don't have a YouTube channel, they don't know the struggle of making content. It's tough. It's very tough, especially when there's nothing to talk about. I mean, a lot of, mouth fumbling, definitely. Missaying of words, mispronunciations, brain farts. Oh, it's tough. It's very tough. But hey, the grind is real and we love to do it. So anyways, Bo homered. It's tied at 1. And then, top of the 4th, Laser Ramon hit a homer again. Yeah. Laser Ramon, 2-run homer. You hear his name a lot in this video. Just saying. His 7th of the year. His first as a Guardian. How about that? Yeah, on a 2-strike pitch. And the pitch was kind of in the upper part. I'd say it's about just right around here, right around chest high. My dude cranked that sucker to center field. Yeah. So he homered. And then he struck again with an RBI double in the 6th. Good. And then, bottom 6, Vlad had to get involved with a solo shot of his own. And after that, Andres would get involved. Good to see he still exists. His 12th homer of the year put us up 5-2. And that would be it for the scoring. Tanner Bibee, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 homers, 5 Ks, and a walk. Bassitt, after I said he was kicking our ass, well, we got to him. 2 homers, 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 7 hits, and 5 2/3 innings. I believe all that happened after I said he was kicking our ass. So you're welcome, Guardians. Yep. It's like the Guardians heard me say, oh yeah, Bassitt's kicking our ass. The moment they heard that, I was like, oh, bet? He's kicking our ass? No. We kick his ass. And that's what we did. Love to see it. So yeah, Guardians won the first game 5-2. Bibee got his 10th win of the season. I think he is the first pitcher this year for us to reach double-digit wins. He's without a doubt probably been our best pitcher this year. Most consistent too. 3.01 ERA for Tanner. Bassitt's 12-7 with a 4 ERA. And Clase nailed down his 34th save of the year. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, you saw Thor in person. Yeah. All right, moving on. We go to game numero dos. I don't know what happened to the freaking board thing. Like MLB.com is all messed up. Like the page is like half loaded. The page straight up does not want to load. Oh, Lourdes Gurriel tied it. Okay, come on. MLB.com is not being nice to me today. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the schedule. I know this would usually be smoother, but MLB.com is being rambunctious today. That's how I read off everything, off of MLB.com. Read off the stats and everything. Usually it goes pretty smooth. Not today, apparently. So we win game 1. Game 2 comes up. Logan Allen on the mound, and Logan's been very up and down. Extremely up and down. And of course, we're facing Ryu. Yep. Who cooked us last time we played against him. In fact, he was cooking us until he got hurt. Good to see that he's back, though. I was kind of worried about him because it looked like it was a pretty bad injury, but no, he's fine. So, yeah. Logan Allen, not a great game out of him. 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and a homer. At least he kept the walks down. Ryu, whatever. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers, 5 Ks, 2 earned runs. Yeah. Got the long ball on him, but that's about it. And in terms of the runs that were scored, Jose Ramirez, a.k.a. Pop-Up Bonds, freaking hit a homer to left field. Top of the first inning. Love to see it. Got us on the board first, up 1-0. And it lasted for a good 10 seconds, not even like 5 minutes, really. Because Bo Bichette would single in a run. And then some NPC named Davis Schneider, some created character, 2-run homer, made it 3-1. That was all in the bottom of the first. Then bottom of the fourth, Chapman would single in a run, made it 4-1. Espinal, sac fly, 5-1 Jays. Then we'd finally get back on the board. Tyler Freeman, first major league homer, top of the 5th, made it 5-2. And then came the top of the 6th. Bases loaded, nobody out. Laureano at the dish, and they hit him. So another RBI for him, made it 5-3. Didn't do anything else, as usual. Bottom 7, they would add 3 more runs. Davis Schneider, RBI single. And then Dalton Varsho, 2-run single in the bottom 7, made it 8-3. And that would be it. And the win would go to Ryu. Or Ryu, whatever. 3-1, 2.25 ERA. Allen took his 7th loss. He's 6-7, 3.61 ERA. It's pretty clear. Allen stinks against teams not from the NL Central. He's struggled big time at times this year. Sometimes he'll look great, and then he'll follow it up with a stink fest. And then we get to today's game, and I don't know if I went through Ryu's stats, right? I'm pretty sure I did. But in case I didn't, I'm going to actually pull him up again. Yeah, Ryu went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 Ks, and 2 homers. Allen, 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and a homer. So yeah, like I said, not a great day. I went through their stats, of course, the final stat. But now let's talk about today's game, eh? So today's game. Actually, I can just go to the visual page for this one. There we go. Box score. So this game was the definition of insanity. Because, of course, right? We always have like one of these games against the Jays, it seems like. So on the mound, we had the Meatball Man, not Morgan, Syndergaard. We had Washed Up Thor. They had Kikuchi. And Syndergaard, 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, 3 Ks, and 3 homers allowed. Meatball Day. Thor was chucking meatballs. Delicious, too. Kikuchi, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 1 home run allowed. Probably thinking, how the heck did they win a game in which Syndergaard looked like ass and Kikuchi was cooking? Just wait on it. So Vladimir Guerrero gets him on the board with a 2-run blast in the bottom of the first because meatballs. Then top of the second, the Guardians would strike back. No, they wouldn't. No. There we go. Yeah, we would strike back, actually. Jose Ramirez. 2-run shot. Yeah. 21st of the year for Mr. Jose. 2-run shot ties the game at 2. And in typical Guardians fashion, they would give a run right back. Almost. As they would actually go ahead top of the 4th. Tyler Freeman, RBI single, made it 3-2. And then Straw would give us the lead by 2. RBI single. And then they would get a run back with George Springer solo shot. And then they would take the lead in the bottom of the 6th with the NPC Davis Schneider hitting another one. 2-run shot, 5-4 Jays. Bottom 6. Not to be outdone, Andres Jimenez, 2-run double, top of the 8th, gave us the lead right back. So as you can see, they're doing a little flip-flopping, huh? Bottom of the 8th, right after we took the lead, they tied it right back up. Dalton Varsho RBI single. Top of the 11th. Yeah, all the way into the top of the 11th. After what was a pretty snazzy 10th inning. Sam Hentges on the mound. They had a runner on second. They tried to bunt. And Cole Calhoun, old man Cole, with the hustle, runs up, fields the bunt, throws to third, gets the runner out at third. We wind up getting out of that inning without allowing a run, obviously, because if they allowed a run, the game would be over, and I'd be talking about a loss. But no. And after that happened, top of the 11th, Cole Calhoun said, I'm giving us this lead for good. 2-run double for Cole Calhoun after they foolishly decided to intentionally walk Jose Ramirez, because that's what they do. I mean, it's been so long since he's been in that situation, though. Right? Intentionally walking him to get the Cole Calhoun, which is the dumbest thing you could do, because Cole Calhoun's been a stud ever since he got here. He hit a 2-run double. And then to put essentially the cherry on top, the year, 10-6 guards. And then bottom of the 11th, with Clase on the mound, they would get a run back. But that's all they would get. Merrifield sac fly. That's it. Guardians somehow win the game in which It was meatball day for Mr. Thor. He looked extra washed today. Big time. And we still won. Love to see it. So yeah, the win goes to Clase. He's 2-7 with a 2.90 ERA. And Jackson took the loss. He's 3-1 with a 2.74 ERA. Again, stat line, Syndergaard, 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks, and 3 homers. And then, of course, Kikuchi was phenomenal. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, but he had 8 Ks and allowed 1 home run in 6 innings. Not bad for Kikuchi. The fact that we were able to win this game is just typical Guardians. So the Guardians are now 62-69. Not very nice on the year. Still second in the division. The Jays are now 11 games over 500 at 71-60. And they are now third in the AL East. So now, let's talk about this series coming up against the Twins. And speaking of which, what's up, Scott? How you doing? But yeah, we take the overall season series against the Jays, and I believe this was our first series win in a month. I believe they mentioned it on the broadcast. Right as they were ending the broadcast, they said this was the first series win in a month. Let's recap. Okay? It feels like August has been going on for like a year. But remember, lost the series to the Astros, lost 2 of 3 to the White Sox. That was, I think, where the fight happened. You split with the Jays. That's not a series win, it's a split. You lose 2 of 3 to the Rays, 2 of which they were all sweeps. I mean, not sweeps, they were walk-offs. Then you blow the doors off of them, of course. Against one of their best pitchers, mind you. Then you split 2 with the Reds. You lose 3 of 4 to the damn Tigers. You lose 2 of 3 to the Dodgers. And then you win 2 of 3 against the Jays. The last time they legit won a series was when they took 2 of 3 against Kansas City. It's literally been a month. After that Royals series win, where you took 2 of 3, you split with the White Sox. You lost all 3 to the Astros. And then, of course, Naylor got hurt. And all hell broke loose. Keep in mind, that was coming off the All-Star break, where you had just taken back-to-back series, actually, against the Phillies. Took 2 of 3 against them. And then you took 2 of 3 against Kansas City. Since then, the vibe has been all downhill. So let's talk about what's coming up. So to end the month, we have 3 against the Twins on the road. Then we have Tampa at home for 3 and the Twins again for 3 at home before we head out west for the Angels and the Giants. Have no fear, guys. The season's almost over. Before you know it, I might be here in like 2 months after the World Series is over talking about free agency. What are the Guardians going to do? Because honestly, I don't think we're going to do much in free agency. I think we make our moves via trade. We'll see. So anyways, I'm actually going to do this awesome thing where I will actually go to the MLB page and we will do it like that, because pretty clear the MLB page has been trolling me lately. But yeah, what's up, Daniel? Jays suck. Am I streaming any Twins games? I'm not sure. Well, being as there's no football, I probably will. Yeah. Might stream a game. With there being no football, no NFL football. Although there is college. So I might do 1 or 2 games, depending on the matchups. I mean, we are going to probably have Gavin and Tanner, I'm pretty sure, in this series. Wait, who won the Twins game? Does it say? Oh, yeah. The Diamondbacks are winning. Ooh, the Twins won. Of course they freaking won. Texas is ass. Since when did the Rangers just become ass all of a sudden? And you notice I say ass a lot? That's my favorite word to use, apparently, when I say something stinks. Because they are horrible, man. My God. I don't even want to look at their schedule. I think they've gone like 0 for 9 in their last like couple series. Like, what the heck happened? I'm genuinely wondering what the heck happened to them. They stink. Like, sheesh, the Rangers is. Ugh. But don't worry, they face the Mets coming up, so they'll recover, I think. But yeah, tomorrow it will be Curry against Maeda. Curry's 3-2, 3.51 ERA, 53 Ks. Kenta Maeda, 3-7. Ouch. 4.22 ERA and 88 strikeouts. Essentially, since being named a legit starter, Curry's been not great. He's not been bad, but he hasn't been good. Maeda has one loss in his last 3 outings. And it came to Detroit. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 Ks in that game. Went 6 innings. Faced Detroit 6 days later. 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 6 Ks. Then 7 days after that, faced Milwaukee. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. So he's struggled a bit. Yeah. He's 3-7. That's tough. If you're wondering how the hell did they get Maeda, I believe they gave up Brusdar Graterol for him. Could you just imagine real quick if they would have had Duran and Graterol in their pen? 2 guys who throw fireballs. Like they could legit throw a freaking 102-mile-per-hour fastball in their sleep. Their off-speed pitch is just like 97 miles per hour. Let's take a look at Kenta Maeda real quick. Let's take a look at his stats against us. I'm pretty sure we've had good success against him since he came to Minnesota. I don't even know if we've ever. Yeah. Oh, well, he's 3-1 against us. His last loss, though, came in 2021. We haven't faced him since 2021 because of injury. But yeah, the loss that he had, he gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 home runs allowed. And of course, that 2021 team was probably one of the most serious teams we've had. That might have honestly been the tail end of our seriousness as an organization. Overall, in that game, he's also had, I think, back-to-back no decisions, too. Now, you look at Curry, on the other hand. Curry's been struggling, like I said. He's struggled. He's also 0-1 in his last 3. Took a bad loss to the Dodgers. Went 2 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 strikeout. I believe that was the rain postponed game. That was the funky game where they got through 2 innings and then Mother Nature decided to just unload on the park. And it was bad all night. They could not play the game the rest of the night. They had to resume it in the morning. So, yeah, they essentially had a doubleheader. That's why it's only 2 innings. But even then, he really wasn't bad. But he didn't walk anybody. But he gave up 3 runs. But yeah, you look at that game in which Maeda pitched and lost. We won. We won 7-4. Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes homered, and then Franmil homered again. So yeah, that was, like I said, that was like the tail end of our seriousness. Now it's weird because Maeda, did he like not pitch this game? No, he didn't. That's weird. I guess he was the slated starter, but he didn't pitch. Was this when he got hurt? Might have been. Because it said Maeda was supposed to start, but Griffin Jax was the starter, I guess, because he got hurt that game. Something. I don't know what happened, but one legit no decision. We haven't played him since 2021, of course, so we'll see how he does against our team. At bat and a hit. No homers or RBIs. And then against Maeda, Jose Ramirez has a home run against him, as I just mentioned. 13 at bats, batting 154. Ugh. So that'll be a fun one. Now let's talk about game number 2 of the series. And I gotta. It's acting all wonky for me right now. I don't know what the heck got into MLB.com. They must be fixing something. Because it is all wonky right now. It's not showing like the rundown or anything. Yeah, MLB.com is trolling hard right now. But I'm probably going to stream one of the games in this series. Might as well. All right, so 29th will be Gavin against Pablo. This will probably be the game that I stream, low-key. 7:40 p.m., Tuesday, August 29th. Gavin against Pablo. Pablo Lopez. Now, let's look at their rundowns, and then look at Pablo's stats against us. I think we've only faced him like once. Of course, for those who didn't know, so I'm sure a lot of you might not pay attention to the Twins, they got Pablo Lopez for Luis Arias. So that's how Luis ended up over in Miami. So Gavin Williams comes into this game 1-5. He's had arguably the worst luck of any of our pitchers, really, besides maybe Curry. 3.52 ERA, 68 Ks for Gavin. Pablo is 9-6 with a 3.69 ERA, 191 Ks. And of course, they've never faced Gavin, so this will be fun. Against Lopez, well, Brennan has an RBI, Jimenez has an RBI, Eric Haas, who's back, has an RBI, and Jose has an RBI. No home runs, though. Gavin, in his last 3 starts, he's 0-2, taking 2 straight losses to the Tigers and the Dodgers. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks against Detroit. Dodgers, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. He could have had a win against Tampa. He went 10 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 5 hits, and 5 innings, but he got a no decision. And nice to see him get another win again. Pablo, on the other hand, is 2-0 in his last 3, coming off a start against Texas where he got whooped. 5 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Somehow did not take the loss. Against Philly on the 12th, 6 innings, 4 hit, shutout. 4 hit, shutout innings, 1 walk, 7 Ks. And then against Pittsburgh, 6 hit, shutout, 2 walks, 7 Ks. So yeah, how about that? 6 shutout, 6 hit innings for him against Pittsburgh. And then Texas beat the crap out of him. So much for the 3-game shutout streak. That's tough. Now against the Guardians, he's 1-0. That win coming with Miami back in 2019. Now against us earlier this year, got a no decision. 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, and we still lose. 7-6 on July 1st. Oh yeah, sacrifice fly by Willie Castro. Of course. That was bad. Up 6-4. Okay, 6-3. Entering the bottom of the 8th. And you lose. Wow. Oh boy. That was a fun game because Guardians were losing 3-1, came all the way back, took the lead 6-3, and then blew it. Classic Guardians. So this should be a fun game. I might stream it. I don't think it's going to be on any alternate streaming service. Doesn't say. So, yeah, it's not going to be on an alternate streaming service. So that's good. I'll be live for that game. And then to wrap it up, we go to August 30th, one of the last days of the month. And the last game of the series. It'll be Tanner Bibee against Sonny Gray, 1:10 p.m. Tanner Bibee's arguably been, like I said, our best pitcher this year, bar none. He's 10-3. I mean, what else is there to say? The dude's been phenomenal. He's 10-3, 3.01 ERA, 117 Ks. Sonny Gray is 7-6, 3.06 ERA, 151 Ks. You look at their recent outings, and then we look at Sonny Gray against the Guardians. Of course, I remember the one game against him last year. I think it was last year, where my power was actually out for the portion of the game. Came back on, we were losing, we came back and won. So, yeah, Sonny Gray against the Guardians. He's 6-5, 3.66 ERA, 91 strikeouts, and 17 appearances. He's faced us with 4 different teams: Oakland, New York, Cincy, and Minnesota. We were actually 3-2 against him with the A's. Just 1-1 against the Yankees. 1-0 against them in Cincinnati. And then so far with Minnesota, we're 1-2. We've faced him twice already this year. We're 0-1. Coming off the last time was 6 2/3, 10 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 home run. Now, in his last 3 outings, he's actually 2-1. Had a 6-inning, 2-hit shutout performance against the Phillies, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Then he essentially duplicated that against Pittsburgh, 6 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Took the loss on the 19th. And then in his last start, just 2 days ago, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks. No walks. Took the win against Texas. Tanner is also 2-1. 7 hit, 2 run, no walks, 5 Ks against the Rays. That was the game where our offense woke up and literally just blew the doors off of them because they just got walked off twice in a row. They were thinking, ain't no way we get walked off today. Nuh-uh. Then he got beat by Detroit. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. I think all came in the first, or mostly came in the first. 1 walk, 6 Ks. And then against Toronto, just 2 days ago, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, took the win. He's 5-1 in his last 7 games, too. 43 2/3 innings, 39 hits, 12 earned runs, 9 walks, 40 Ks. He's been really good with them walks lately. He's only had 37 walks in his last 30 games. So he's doing much better with that. I think he fixed something with his mechanics, and he's been solid ever since. So this is going to be a great game, but yeah, I don't usually stream the early afternoon games. I might make an exception for this one. So I'll be streaming Gavin and Tanner. Should be a fun series. And of course, I'll be streaming again soon as well. We face these guys right after the Rays again, so yay. But in case you haven't heard already, Noah Syndergaard was DFA'd, and we assume it's to make room for Cal Quantrill. Oh, and by the way, Marquise Goodwin passed his physical. Just saying. Because I just did a video talking about it. So he passed his physical, so he's good to go. He can essentially get on the field and start doing that good work. And then, man, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I see number 19 walking out on that field, I am giving that dude a hug. I'm giving that dude a big-ass bear hug. Straight up, because blood clots are no joke. They are no joke. I wasn't sure he was going to be back for a while. He wasn't even sure he was going to be on the team. But they brought him in for a reason. He's got that track star speed, and unlike Anthony Schwartz, he's got hands. He's a track star with hands. Literally, he's a track star. He's run, I think, Olympic speed trials and stuff. He's literally a track star with hands. How I always make the joke about Schwartz, and I'm saying, he's a runner, he's a track star, but he ain't got no freaking hands. Well, for Marquise, it'd be, he's a runner, he's a track star, but oh look, he actually has hands. Yeah. Yep. So, good to have him back, though. Makes me happy. Especially after what we've already went through with Jakeem. That was killer, man. Dude really went over a year recovering from an injury. Finally gets on the field. I was hearing about him doing good in camp. He was returning punts and stuff in camp. Looking good. Kevin made the announcement. Yeah, Jakeem's going to play this week against Kansas City. It's like, okay, cool. I get to watch him. Opening kickoff. Mind you, the kick went halfway into the end zone. If I was Jakeem looking back at it, I bet you he's like, I should have fair caught it. Just let it go in the end zone. Live to play another day, especially coming off an injury. But I get it. You're eager to go out there and make a play. He fields the kick. He runs out of the end zone. Guess he got hit wrong. He landed wrong, and season's over. Torn patellar tendon. Oh, Chapman, you freaking scrub. He's out here freaking balking. Are you serious, you loser? And then Solano. Yeah. Freaking Chapman. Freaking loser. I can't wait for Gophers Ohio State football. Yeah, Ohio State going to stomp on the Gophers. Let's be real. Should be a good game, though, I think. They gave us trouble last time we played them. But I'm just happy Marquise Goodwin's back. That made me so freaking happy hearing that news. I needed to hear that news. No other news coming out of Cleveland in terms of any more cuts. Well, we're going to be getting cuts probably the next couple of days, of course. So I'll be doing videos all throughout the couple of days leading up to that. It's going to be stressful for a lot of these guys. The Mariners have not been alone in first place this late in the season since 2003. Wait, what? Hold up. By the way, against Tanner Bibee, the Twins, 1 RBI from Kepler and 1 from Michael Taylor. And a home run from Michael Taylor, too. Against Sonny Gray, 3 RBIs for Jose. And Will Brennan with a home run, too. for him so far against Gray in his career. Jimenez has a home run and an RBI. Kwan has 2 RBIs. Haas has an RBI. And Straw has an RBI. So 2 home runs and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 RBIs against Sonny Gray. Lifetime. Should be a very entertaining series. And then, of course, after that, to start September, we host the Rays. First game is on Apple TV Plus. Of course. It's a Friday, so who cares? Who cares? But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, if anything else comes out regarding the Browns, I will definitely make a video. A 4-ball walk with the bases loaded. This dude, freaking Chapman, is a freaking bum. Was it Chapman? Was it freaking Chapman? No, it wasn't Chapman. Hernandez. Who the heck is Hernandez? For the freaking Rangers. You walk somebody straight up with bases loaded? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Freaking loser, scrub. Really? Freaking Rangers, dude. They stink. Haven't I said the Rangers stink? Well, if I haven't, the Rangers freaking stink. See, Crazy Dog, now that you say they stink, watch them go on a 6-game win streak. It's usually what happens, too. Yeah, it's usually what happens. So it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But the fact of the matter is the Rangers are ass, and... Well, not ass. They're just looking fraudulent, that's all. Yeah. Maybe me talking trash about them will wake them up and they'll actually be a good team. So, looking at the standings, heading into the final series of the month, Baltimore is up 2 games on Tampa. Toronto, Boston, and New York are essentially out of the division race at this point. It's quickly evolved into a 2-team race. That was quick, too. And AL Central is all Twins at this point. The Guardians are too busy derping around. You know, the Guardians are like a puppy trying to drive a car. It's not ending well. In fact, we're just 2.5 ahead of the freaking... Are we even 2.5? Yeah, we're 2.5 ahead of Detroit for second. We're trying to keep them off of our back bumper. So bad. This team stinks. This team stinks. Crazy thing is, we should be only 64 and 67, but yet we're worse. Seattle's actually in first place by a game over Texas and Houston. So, wow, look at that. With Texas being so garbage and Houston just lollygagging around, Seattle has taken the division lead. Like they said on Twitter, they haven't been alone in first since like 2003. Imagine they swoop in and they take the division out of nowhere. That'd be crazy. But they still got over a month to go. So don't start popping bottles yet, Seattle. Got a ways to go. They're looking good, though. Now, NL, Atlanta, they've got their division on lock. By the way, the Mets are in last. I don't think it's ever been where both New York teams, who ironically have the highest payrolls in the major leagues, are both in last place. Has that ever happened before? I don't think it has. If it has, it was a long time ago. Because it's either been one or the other, never both. And yet here we are. Gotta love it, right? If you're a New York hater. Oh. Actually, let's take a look at something real quick. So, Texas is 1-9 in their last 10. And their run differential is only plus 172. Wow. You've been so garbage, yet your run differential is virtually still amazing. Must be nice. NL Central is Chicago and Milwaukee pulling away a little bit. Man, the Reds have fallen off a bit, haven't they? They're 4 games up on over 500. The big dogs of Ohio, huh? Damn. Do I even want to look up their record since Dashy made that video? I don't think I want to. Because it probably isn't very good. Oh man, that's where you come out, you trash a troll and you say F the Guardians, F the city of Cleveland, and our bad luck jumps over to you. Right? That's what happened. Because they're kind of. I mean, if you think about it with the Reds, though, they're still living off that one amazing month. Other than that, they haven't really been that good. They had that long ass win streak, and they've been mid, really, other than that. Now, they're probably going to somehow squeak back into the wild card hunt, which they're only a game and a half out of the wild card. So, yeah. Division might not happen, but wild card might happen. Although, if I was the Reds, I'd try like crazy to get the division. I'm not trying to go on the road, especially when you find out who you have to play. Oh. But yeah, it looks like it's a 3-team race in the NL Central. But hey, if there's any Pirates fans watching, at least you're not in last. And then the NL West is all Dodgers at this point. But yeah, I mean, the Braves and Dodgers, they're essentially they've probably already ordered their champagne and they're just derping through the season trying to get through, just stat padding pretty much. Yeah. But you know who I'm really disappointed in? The freaking Padres. They were supposed to be like really good. They spent a lot of money and they're ass. There's ass again. PJ Walker, he's being released. Dang, they signed him and that's tough. Could the Browns sign him? You know, I wouldn't be mad. He'd be a great number 3 quarterback. I doubt we do it though. So the Mets and the Yankees have a combined like $600 million plus in payroll this year. And they're both in last. In fact, the top 3 teams are all trash. They have like almost $1 billion, like $100 million. No, $1 billion. And they're all like horrible. Jordy Fernandez. Wait, what happened? Jordy Fernandez is one of the most intriguing up-and-coming. Oh, okay. I see. I thought I was talking about something different. Texas is 4th. Phillies are 5th. Dodgers are 6th. So top 3 teams are all ass. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 8's kind of mid. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all pretty good. 9 is not too bad. 10, 11, 12 are all pretty good for the most part. Red Sox are actually doing really well. They're like in a rebuild. Players with 20 plus home runs entering today. Guardians have 1. And that's Jose. He has 21. The Braves have 7. Wow. Nobody has 5 or 6 players with 20 plus. Dodgers and Rangers have 4 with 20 plus. That's crazy. That's nuts. Guardians, in terms of payroll, they're actually 26th. They're at $88 million in payroll. Mainly because I think we have a lot of money on the IL with Bieber, McKenzie, of course, Josh Naylor. Yeah. Cal, Bieber, Naylor, McKenzie, all on the IL, mostly from Bieber with $10 million salary. Oh, well. What you gonna do? So there's really nothing else to look at. But let's actually take a look at the Rangers real quick, because their whole situation intrigues me. They were doing so well for a while there. And then all of a sudden, they forgot how to baseball. What's up, Jared? What happened to Bieber? Shoulder injury, I think it was. Something with his arm. He should be back by like mid-September, though. I think September 10th is the first time he can actually be activated. So we'll see. But if you look at the schedule here, so they did really well. They swept, or did they sweep or did they lose one there? Nope, they swept the White Sox 3 games straight. Sweep the Marlins. Take 2 of 3 from the A's. 2 of 3 from the Giants. 2 of 3 from the Angels. And then all of a sudden, they forgot how to baseball. Lose. You get swept by the Brewers. Swept by the D-backs, although it was only 2 games. Lose 3 or 4 to the Twins. What the heck happened, Rangers? They were killing it. And then they just ran out of battery juice or something. They forgot how to baseball. They did beat the Twins yesterday 6-2 to snap their little schneid, but then they lost again today. And then they have the Mets for 3. Then they have this really long homestand against Minnesota, Houston, and Oakland before they come on the road to face the Blue Jays and Guardians. But the end of their season is going to be tough. You have the Red Sox, the Mariners twice, and the Angels. 3 against Boston at home, 3 against the Mariners at home, with an off day in between there. Then you hit the road for the rest of the season in LA against the Angels, and then 4 against the Mariners to wrap up your year. Their last home game is on September 24th against the Mariners. Then they hit the road for a 7-game road trip. Now, if the playoffs were to start today, let's see where they would be. Because I'm curious. Where would they be? Would they be in the playoffs or no? Well, losing 9 straight, losing 9 out of 10, you're probably not going to be in the playoff on. Not going to be in the wild card, I don't think. Oh, yeah, they are. They would play Houston. Because of course they would. Baltimore and Seattle would have the first round bye for the wild card round. And then Minnesota would face Tampa. So the second straight year, the AL Central faces Tampa. Although Tampa Bay this year has virtually no pitching staff. They have Aaron Savale, Tyler Glasnow, Zach Eflin, Zach Littell, and whoever else they could scrounge up. Texas versus Houston would be nice, though. Toronto's right there. Boston, the Angels are there, I guess. Everybody else is essentially out of it in the wild card. That's why I'm saying if the Guardians want to make the playoffs, they have to win their division. So, yeah. In terms of the NL, Atlanta and the Dodgers would get the byes. Chicago would face Arizona. Actually, they're both kind of tied. They both have 69 wins. Nice. Although Cubs have 1 less loss. So, we'll see how that goes. Philly would face Milwaukee. Ooh. And Cincinnati, San Francisco, Miami, San Diego, and Washington. The Washington Nationals are there? Oh, my God. The Nationals are 8 games out of a playoff spot. Imagine a world where the Nationals get in the playoffs 1 year after trading Soto. But hey, the rebuild's actually doing pretty well. And that's what you call taking full advantage of your rebuild. Tyson Begent from Shepherd had an impressive, but what the heck? Camp in preseason. Oh, Fields is backup. Wow. Justin Fields' backup's going to be an undrafted rookie. That's crazy. Better hope he don't get hurt. Talking about Fields. Wow. You must be good if you forced the team to get rid of a solid backup for you. That's crazy. But my Red Sox are against the Dodgers. Won 8-1 against the Yankees. Yeah, the Yankees stink. No secret about that. Ain't no secret about that. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. And earlier, like I said earlier, I will try to stream one of these games against the Twins. Most likely, it'll be the Gavin Williams game, and then I'll probably try to stream the Tanner Bybee start. So then the two after tomorrow, I'll be streaming. We'll see. I got it. We'll see how they do tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out and hope you all have a great rest of your day. Again, if the Browns make any more moves, signings, trades, whatever, I will make a video talking about it. So with that being said, have a good rest of your night and go Guardians. Good win tonight, today. Good series win. First one in a month. Feels good. Now let's see if we can build some momentum heading into September. So with that being said, go Guards. I'm out. Goodbye. Yeah. Jose finally woke up. Yeah. Ramon. Ramon got the home run. Yeah.